Okay, take two. This is my Kratky tomato farm, as it were. All of these 5-gallon buckets are attached via half-inch hose, which hopefully you can see, to each other, and then in turn to a control bucket. That control bucket has a small float inside that keeps the nutrient level in all the buckets the same height. That in turn is fed by a 15-gallon plastic tote that attaches to the control bucket via 1/4-inch ID drip irrigation hose. Now be sure that if you use drip irrigation hose that you don't use the white stuff. And in fact, all of the white components here I normally have covered with something, because what happens is the sunlight actually bleeds through and grows algae, which helps clog the poor little float valve in here, which has enough of a problem dealing with the nutrient solids, which you may or may not be able to see some of in the bottom here of the control bucket. Now the 15-gallon reservoir is in turn filled approximately every 3 days from a 35-gallon tote, which I mix and store the nutrients in. I use this sump pump to pump nutrients up to a feed tube, which I attached a dollar store sock to try and filter out some of the solids. So whenever the 15-gallon tote needs to be refilled, I attach this hose, turn on the sump pump, and voila, we fill up the reservoir. So, well, this was very successful this year. I think I will next year probably not put as many tomatoes in all of these buckets. I may put some other plants in here that benefit from the shade of the tomato plants, as these things grow like weeds. I mean, I think these things, if I was able to keep them vertical, would grow to be 8 or 9 feet. As it is, I need a step ladder to try and pick these things. And as you see, it's the end of the season, so they're looking kind of shabby as of now. So anyway, I had promised to show some folks a video of how I did this, and this is it. Now, I had commented on one of the posts that this little valve in the control bucket has gotten clogged several times. I am going to replace it and the small diameter hose next season with something much larger and much more substantial, so I don't have this issue. So still haven't figured out what that's going to be. Toying with an idea of a toilet valve, but haven't decided yet. Anyway, any questions, comments, feel free to ask. That's it. Done.